Well, the man who got naked at airport security in Portland, Oregon last month would rather go to court than apologize. John Brennan says TSA agents pulled him aside after he'd gone through both a metal detector and a pat-down. So he says he stripped down to his birthday suit to prove that he did not have a bomb. Officials charged him with indecent exposure. But this week they offered a plea agreement that would likely require a letter of apology. Brennan said thanks, but no thanks, and claims it is an issue of free speech. And John Brennan joins us now live. John, thanks for being here. You know, we checked. You're right. In Oregon, you can take your clothes off. You can run around naked as long as it's not in a sexual manner. And your point is, look, I did nothing wrong, and I was just exercising my right to free speech.
Absolutely, Trace. Absolutely.
So tell us about that, John. I mean, you know, why not just, because really maybe some community service, a letter of apology. What's your point here?
My point is that the government has been slowly eroding our rights, and this is one way I could stand up and say, in the balance between my right to privacy and other rights that I have under the Constitution, that TSA was going a bit too far, in my opinion. We need to have safe skies, and I need to have a right to privacy. And as a pendulum swinging away from my right to privacy, I took a stand. And one detail I want to add, Trace, is that...
Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
...that I tested positive for explosives. So I'm a business traveler. I've been through their thorough screening, and then I test positive for explosives, which are nitrates. They can come from anywhere. They're part of nature. And TSA was just doing their job, and I felt it was my job to stand up and do what I needed to do.
Well, I guess that's the question, John. If they were just doing their job, I mean, at what point did you, as you were taking your clothes off, what was kind of going through your mind? You're standing there naked, there's a bunch of people watching you. Did you think, I'm not sure this is the best decision, but I'm going to do it anyway? Tell us about that.
I was in a very clear state of mind. I didn't hesitate but for a moment, and that was before I was fully naked, and I decided that it felt right. I actually was not aware of the crowds. I was facing away from the line, and I was very focused on TSA and being cooperative and showing them that I was not carrying any explosives.
What are your family and friends? What have they said? I mean, has this become like a running joke with your buddies and your family and stuff, John?
Not at all. I have just the most amazing family. I have such great support. My friends are just right on, right on, right on. So, you know, we've all got a TSA story, and mine's just gotten bigger than the rest of ours, but I just have amazing support.
Amazing support. Your plan now is to go to court, and what do you say when you get to court? What's your statement? Come on.
I've already said not guilty. I'm not breaking any laws. Portland has one of these nude bike rides that happens every June, and there are tens of thousands of people on the street naked, and they're not being addressed by the police. There's regularly nudity in Portland, and the conflict between the state law and the Portland law hopefully will be resolved in my favor.
Are you going to ride in the bike ride, John?
I've done it in the past, and if it's warm enough, because June it's not warm here yet, I will be out there enjoying the company of my fellow Portlanders.
So you've done this before, so now we're getting a clear picture. You've done this before. You're not against just running around with nothing on.
I'm not, and also I'm not the kind of guy who just takes off his shirt at the drop of a hat, you know, and standing up for my civil rights was really important, regardless of what people might think about seeing me in the naked. My embarrassment or whatever about my body.
Well, we gotta go, John. Thank you. You're a great sport. Thanks for doing this.